Quinzi saunters around the streets of Good Neighbor, moving from person to person to have casual conversations about anything she can think of, attempting to sate her boredom. Suddenly, a woman dressed in ripped-up rags burst into town yelling,
"I've made it! Diamond City! Well, this is crappier than I'd imagined."
Oh, excuse me?
Quinn's eyes widened, and she slowly made her way to the girl, eyeing her up and raising an eyebrow.
Same could be said about you, sweetheart.
She shrinks back as her father comes out of the State House and coughs awkwardly, standing idle until he's out of sight, then continuing her accusatory stance.
"Oh, you must be in charge here."
She happily glides over to Hancock.
"It's a pleasure to meet ya, Mr.
Hancock, good to meet ya. What brings you to our humble little city?" He raises the eyebrow he doesn't have and gives a small smile.
"Why, money, fame, fortune, beautiful women, food, water."
She bursts out laughing at herself.
"Nah, I'm here for some information."
Suddenly, she stumbles to the ground, wheezing and gasping. He looks at her in confusion and looks around before calling for a specific drifter who walks over and bends down to look at her before he wanders off, chuckling in bewilderment. Okay, that was different.
"Information."
She struggles to raise herself off the ground but keeps her bright smile.
"I need some info about a woman."
The drifter shrugs, having no idea where Hancock went, and as she leaves, Quincy approaches, crossing her arms and smirking.
How can I help ya?
The girl in the rags extends her hand out towards Quincy.
"I'm Nova. I need some information about a missing person."
Her smile is still bright.
Missing person? You came to the right person. Or the right person came to you. Or... Never mind.
She smiles brightly and pulls her up to her feet before continuing.
I have a perfect memory for every person, ghoul or other that's come through my town. So, if they've ever been here ever, I'll know it.
Nova looks excitedly at Quincy.
"I'm looking for a woman called Death Whisperer. She's about yay tall, thin with black hair, brown eye."
Suddenly Nova falls to the ground unconscious. She gasps in surprise and stares down at her for a moment before picking her up and heading to the State House, carrying her to her room and laying her down on the bed there, sitting awkwardly in her chair until she wakes up.
"Don't steal my sweet roll!"
Nova launches out of bed, landing face first on the floor. Quinn bursts into laughter and covers her mouth, continuing to giggle but trying not to be too rude.
Okay, kid.
She grins.
"Huh?
Her vision is blurry for a few seconds.
Curry, is that... Nope, you're that girl. Where am I?"
She stayed there on the floor, not caring about her manners.
In Good Neighbor. You, feeling all right, sweetie?
She murmurs, leaning down to study her face, her eyes shining curiously.
You don't look or seem so good.
Nova smiles, then proceeds to go from lying on the ground into a handstand to a bridge, then onto her feet.
"Ha! Don't look good? Despite my fashion sense, I'm pretty good myself."
She laughs at herself once again and then looks awkwardly at Quincy.
"Oh, yeah. What's your name, by the way? I don't think I caught it before, 'cause I passed out and all."
Quincy Hancock. The one, the only, the best.
She smiles proudly and looks down at her and chuckles softly. Nova stands there unimpressed and unamazed.
Yeah. One and only is right."
She fake pouts before giggling.
You don't humor my arrogance? You'll be a good friend for me.